to our next guest coming up here in just a few seconds on our world famous Jiggy Jaguar radio broadcast. And if you want to get more information on anything we have talked about today, go to JIGGY.com. You can also find us on social media as well. Lots of cool things going on, including this weekend out there at the Red Shed Music Venue. And we bring in Mr. Matt. How are you, sir?
Hey, bro, you caught me eating lunch. How's it going, man?
Hey, I have not had lunch today, so you are you are one of the privileged.
Well,
but we have got a great guest with us today, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the big broadcast. We are live, coast to coast and border to border. We got something special for you today. If you are a fan of Real Deal to do with soul shaking blues, you are in for a treat. Matt joins us today from the Ghost Town Blues Band, and they are one of the most electrifying blues acts on the scene. These guys are award-winning, chart-topping, and they are bringing the Memphis sound straight to Kansas. Their brand new album, Shine, debuted #1 on the Billboard Blues chart and cracked the top 30 on the rock charts, and they are hitting the road hard. And they are coming to the Red Shed Music Venue Saturday, March 21st. Show starts at 8. Tickets are available on Eventbrite and Facebook. And let's dive in. Matt, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. I'm happy to get out back to the Midwest again. So we miss our friends over there in Hutchinson, Kansas.
So let's talk a little bit about this album, Shine. You guys just dropped Shine. It debuted #1 on the Billboard Blues charts. That is not a small feat. What does the moment feel like for the band, and how does this record represent where the Ghost Town Blues Band is right now?
Well, you know what? Today is St. Patrick's Day, right?
Yes. Last I checked.
Yeah, well, so basically 17 years ago was our first gig. So today
That's
is
awesome.
actually our 17th anniversary. So actually, when we put out that last record, it was just nice to see it do as well as the effort that we put into it over the years.
Yes.
So it's nice to get recognized. Does it really mean anything? Not really. You know, we put in the same amount of effort to all our records, and we're just happy that people enjoy it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, the Ghost Town Blues Band, these guys are absolutely amazing. They are going to be coming to Hutchinson, Kansas. Don't forget, you can hear their songs live at the Red Shed Music Venue Saturday, March 21st at 8 p.m. You can get your tickets on Eventbrite and Facebook. Let's talk a little bit about the evolution of your sound over the years. This is your 5th record, and many are calling it your best work yet. How has your sound evolved from earlier records to this new project, Shine?
Well, you know, the band has started out as a trio back in 2009, and then over the years we've had different building blocks. We've had as many as 7 people in the band, with 2 horn players,
wow.
two guitar players, bass, drums, keys, and on this record, it's a good solid 6-piece band, and also our producer and recording engineer. He's like a 10 or 11 time Grammy nominated engineer. He used to work with the North Mississippi All-Stars. He's our brother Kevin. He plays saxophone too, so he played some horns on it as well as the typical stuff we had going on. And but this record was more of kind of an Americana record, while the record before that was a live record, and the record before that was a real deep blues record. And then it just different phases of life, man. They get reflected within the mirror of your albums that you're making at the time, I guess.
That's awesome.
I guess that's the reason why they call it a record, right?
Well, that too. So you guys are coming back to Hutchinson. You guys always have really good crowds. Why do you think that is?
Because there's nothing to do in Hutchinson. Well, I don't know. You know what? They've got a great venue. I I know they've been growing and growing. It's been a couple years since we've been there, but every time we've gone there, we've either had a really awesome potluck dinner or something like that, and it seems like the whole town shows up, or we've just been blessed with good weather, and I think that'll be the case this weekend. Was we're going to get some
Yeah.
good weather. Yeah,
That's awesome. That's
yeah.
awesome. Well, you're going to be able to experience the evolution of the Ghost Town Blues Band live right here in Hutchinson at the Red Shed Music Venue, Saturday, March 21st, 8 p.m. Tickets are now up on Eventbrite. Don't wait because you're probably not going to be able to get tickets the night of the show. They're going to put the SRO signs out, as they used to say. So let's talk a little bit about the Memphis roots and your cigar box guitars. You guys have deep Memphis roots, and the whole cigar box guitar influence really sets you guys apart. Talk to me about how the sound shapes your identity as a band.
Right on. Well, I'm from Memphis, and there's a lot of bands that say, "Oh yeah, we're from Memphis." Well, they typically move here from somewhere else, and they just claim this as where they're from. I could throw a baseball to my childhood home. I've moved 3 times, and I could do that to every one of my houses. But anyway, I feel like you can't swing a dead cat on Beale Street without hitting a really good guitar player. So when I first started playing down there,
That's awesome.
I wanted to stand out, and at the time there was only a couple guys doing the cigar box guitar thing. So I made 1 or 2, and gave a couple to some friends, and made 3 or 4, and then by the time I knew it, I'd made a couple hundred of them. And then now I'm up to a little over 600 guitars that I've made, and I sponsored the solo duo winner at the International Blues Challenge. Wins one of my guitars as one of their prizes for best solo duo guitarist. But anyway, it's just kind of something, another trick to throw in the bag. And I don't base our identity off of that, but it is kind of cool that we have some homemade instruments and whatnot. Over the years, we mess around with some different stuff like that and see what kind of sound we can get going.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, you can see the Ghost Town Blues Band this weekend at the Red Shed Music Venue. You can hear their award-winning tracks live Saturday, March 21st at 8 p.m. at the Red Shed Music Venue in Hutchinson. Get your tickets today before they are gone. So let's talk about the title track, Shine. This thing took second place at the International Songwriting Competition. What inspired this song, and what messages are you hoping listeners take away from it, my man?
It's way too deep for me. I think I woke up in the middle of the night and I kind of had the gist of it in my head. But I guess it was a moment of positivity. But we dropped it into that international songwriting contest. I had another song years before get third place, and I was like, hey, why not? And sure enough, it got a little recognition. That was nice. But no, it's just a Memphis blue-eyed soul kind of thing. And there's not a whole lot of deep thought to any of this stuff. And going back to the cigar box guitar, we're not some blues geniuses or anything. I mean, honestly, we're taking Beatles songs and playing it like it was dipped in gravy at the Waffle House, you know what I mean, on a cigar box guitar. So we're not reinventing the wheel or anything. We're just having a good time, making some good music, trying to get people to shake their butts.
That's awesome. Well, the Ghost Town Blues Band is coming to Hutchinson. You can get a front row seat. Don't miss them. They're going to be coming to the Red Shed Music Venue March 21st at 8 p.m. Tickets are available on Eventbrite and Facebook right now. And you guys have racked up some serious accolades over the years. B.B. King International Entertainer of the Year, Tennessee Music Awards, Blues Blast nominees. How do these honors impact the way you guys approach your music?
I don't know. I certainly hadn't gotten any checks from it. That's for sure. Hey, we're just happy to be in the game.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we've kind of been called like the misfits of blues. And there's those blues bands that get the Blues Music Award nominations and all that. And that'd be nice too, but I don't think we really fit. That cog doesn't really fit into the hole. We're kind of a Americana jam country Memphis blues, funk, soul, southern rock, band. We just don't really fit the definition of whatever people want us to be. So
Yeah.
I think we got a little something for everybody. It's just, I think about it like this. If I'm having a bad day, I jump on stage and I got about 3 hours to, take out some aggression and forget about life for a minute. Hopefully it does the same for everybody else.
That's awesome. The Ghost Town Blues Band is going to be playing this weekend in Hutchinson, and get ready. The experience is coming your way Saturday, March 21st at the Red Shed Music Venue. Grab your tickets now before they sell out. And let's talk a little bit about your live show. Anyone who has ever seen you guys live knows it's not just a concert, it's an experience. What can fans expect when they come out this weekend and see you guys at the Red Shed?
It's always evolving. It's always changing. We used to march in like a New Orleans style marching band back in the day. We used to use electric brooms on stage. There's some giant underpants that come out every once in a while. Who knows what's going to happen? But lately, as a four-piece, we've really been dialing in some new music and taking some cool crowd favorites and kind of revamping it. I've been telling people that we're not even a real band anymore. We're just AI, and we're all a figment of their imagination. But everybody seems to have
That's
a good
awesome.
time. But yeah, man, we've just been just kind of experimenting with musicality. It sounds kind of pretentious, I guess, but it's nice to really dial in with my guys. Nobody has any egos. We've all had a good time driving around the country, and last year, no Canada dates, but this year we'll be everywhere from Newfoundland all the way to Washington State. So we're just kind of trying to put together a good package of a cultural music that celebrates the diversity of Memphis and the Mid-South and all that.
That's awesome. That is really awesome. So tell us, give me kind of a preview of what you guys have planned this weekend.
Well, as far as our schedule goes, it's just kind of a nice, easy breezy weekend. We're kind of working our way out of the winter time. It's still freezing here in Memphis right now, but hopefully that'll be over with. And it's supposed to be like 85, 90 degrees in Kansas this weekend. But anyway, we're going to Poplar Bluff to play a place that we've been developing a relationship with called The Marked. And it's an old tattoo parlor that they've turned into a bar, and it's pretty cool.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Really great people. And then we're coming up to see you guys in Hutchinson, and then the next day we're over in Topeka, and I'm not really sure about that venue yet, but it's these ladies that take people out on water excursions with kayaks and stuff, and then they bring them back to their bar and get them drunk. I'm not sure really what's going to happen, but should be an adventure, that's for sure.
Ghost Town Blues Band is going to be hitting Hutchinson this weekend, and you can see the next chapter of their great experience live in Hutchinson, March 21st at 8 p.m. at the Red Shed Music Venue. Tickets are now available on Eventbrite and Facebook. So your previous album, Backstage Pass, that hit number 4 on the Billboard Blues charts. How did that success set the stage for what you guys accomplished with Shine?
Well, I think it's just kind of cool. It's a live record, so for it to do that well as a live CD, especially in like the Spotify, iTunes climate,
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Because I mean, what a lot of people don't realize what Billboard is it's sales, and when you debut at number 1 or number 4 or whatever, it just means that you had a bunch of pre-sales and you had your fans all, supporting your campaign to go ahead and release your music. Now the goal is, of course, is to stay on the charts, and we don't quite have that staying power yet, but the blues is a small audience as well, and I don't know. I think it was kind of cool. It taught me. I was a music business major at the University of Memphis back in the day, and I always thought I'd just be an agent or a band manager or something like that. But when we took off and got second place at the International Blues Challenge. That kind of gave us a new, or gave me a new perspective on what I could do and have some fun traveling and still do the booking and all the managerial stuff that the band has to offer. But I still get to sing and rock out and, drive around and check out the country and all that good stuff. So it was nice to have just an actual record that, people were listening to and buying. And it was a good representation of what we were playing live. So basically, I tell people, if it's the first time you've seen us and it's the first record you want to buy from us, get the live one, because that's what you're basing your decision on.
That's awesome. That is amazing. So, what is it like to do a live record? Are you guys just basically just playing and somebody records it, or how do you guys approach that part?
Well, we just set up, a digital Pro Tools recorder at every show during that season. So pretty much every show we played at a bigger venue where everything was mic'd up, we'd record it. And we thought, we'd get it from some huge festival or whatnot, but it ended up actually being recorded live at Lafayette's Music Room in Memphis. So,
oh wow!
After we had played all over the country, we ended up just catching the right show at home. So, something in the water in Memphis, I guess.
We have got a great guest with us today, and let's make Hutchinson one of the big moments this Saturday, March 21st, at the Red Shed Music Venue. You can get your tickets now. You can be a part of it. Now, you guys tour a lot. What's been one of the most memorable fan moments or shows that has really stuck with you over the years?
I mean, it's such a cool way to see the world. I mean, we've been to Switzerland, Germany, the depths of Canada, almost to Mexico, coast to coast. But it's just little things here and there. We might be in a place in Wisconsin, and it's a hot dog shack that we play, and we'll do 2 nights there, and it's great. But in the middle of the show, I've shot a shotgun during the set.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. Or the nights that we've gone cow tipping somewhere, or just stopping by the Grand Canyon, or being in the Swiss Alps and saying Ricola. Who knows? It's just all pretty
That's
awesome.
Amazing.
It's pretty awesome. But there's some crummy moments too, where you've had 2 flat tires in one day, and the AC goes out of the van, or you drop the rear differential and have to. It's all memorable. It has its peaks and valleys, as the dude abides and likes to say.
Yeah. We have got a great guest with us today, the Ghost Town Blues Band. They're going to be part of a big show at the Red Shed Music Venue coming up this weekend. And the show is Saturday, March 21st, 8 p.m. Red Shed Music Venue in Hutch. And, of course, the tickets are on Eventbrite and Facebook. Do not miss out on this one. And so blues music keeps evolving. Where do you see the genre heading, and what does the Ghost Town Blues Band, and how do you guys fit into that future?
I don't really know these days. You got the AI music is, I heard some blues artist that doesn't even exist the other day, and it's just ridiculous. So,
wow.
I have no predictions for the future. I've stopped listening to music after 1976. Anything that was recorded after 1976, really, I don't care for. And that's just me. I don't see a whole lot evolving. I see people trying to keep the blues alive. Live music in general, it's having a tough time. Live music venues are having a tough time. People are staring at their phones. All the entertainment in the world's right there in front of them. They don't realize that it's a big weapon that the government and all these huge companies use to just track all of your movements and study
Yeah.
you in a way where they can predict the future for you and make you they're not interested in, the big companies aren't interested in you coming to see a blues band. The government's not worried about you coming to see a blues band. The only reason that you're ever going to go see a blues band, or anybody's going to listen to blues in the future, or any type of really homemade music or American cultured music, is because they need a escape from the hustle and bustle of the rat race today.
Yep. Yep.
It's all just going to
That
be a
is.
throwback.
Well, I will have to say that you hit it on the head when you're like, I hear these AI people, they don't even exist. It's crazy. Some of this AI music I've heard recently, it's like I believe it was God, what was it? About a month or two ago, the number one gospel artist in the country was an AI guy.
Yeah, it's
And it's like, are you kidding me?
yeah.
Just absolutely amazing. Ghost Town Blues Band is going to be in Hutchinson this weekend, Saturday, March 21st, 8 p.m. And tickets are on Eventbrite and Facebook. So before we let you guys go, what is next for you? What are you guys writing now, putting together, all that as far as music goes?
God, I've got you know what a string theory is, right?
Yes.
It's like when you're, a detective and you're trying to put together all the pieces of the puzzle. Well, basically that's what's happening. Is I've got words and lines and stuff all over the place, and we're trying to put it all together. I'm kind of in the process of conjuring up a record. We're not in any final processes of it. We're not in any infancy stages of it either, but it's all coming together. We just need to tour through the season, raise some funds, some awareness, and maybe we'll plop down a record when fall comes.
That's awesome. Well, you guys are amazing. I appreciate you adjusting your schedule and putting things together and dealing with all the technological issues today on my end. But I appreciate you being with us today, my friend.
I'm glad I could make it happen. All right, we'll see if we can figure out how to turn this thing off. Thanks again.
Well,
We'll
I
see you
appreciate
Saturday
it,
night.
sir. Thank
Yeah,
you,
we'll see
brother. We'll
you.
see you Saturday. And that is Matt from the Ghost Town Blues Band. What a conversation. Make sure to check him out, along with the rest of the guys in the band, online at ghosttownbluesband.com. You can dive into their brand new number one album, Shine, and most importantly, see them live this weekend. Red Shed Music Venue in Hutchinson, Saturday, March 21st at 8 p.m. Tickets available now on Eventbrite and Facebook. This is going to be one hell of a night of blues, groove, and soul. And we will see you next time. And we will see you here on the World Famous